Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Welcome to the Black Lincoln Collective podcast.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'll make it pop.
With your host, Parker. Featuring the sultry sounds of Fred and also Allan on the board.
Let's go already!
And now, let's start the damn show.
Welcome, one and all, to the 113th edition of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast, where we always guarantee our content is fresh, even when it's not. What the fuck? We are so glad you joined us, and we do appreciate your support so very much. You can keep up with us at the BLC at blcpodcast.com, and please drop us a like or a follow on X, Facebook, Instagram, and our TikTok. Please rate us on your favorite podcast platform and tell your friends. And now, put your hands together for the guy that went to Florida to do YouTube pranks and lived to tell the tale. It's Fred.
No!
Did you see the guy who did that?
Yeah.
He got shot? He deserved
He
it.
got shot? Yeah, he deserved that shit. Yeah. I would have shot his ass too, man.
Yeah, whatever happened to good wholesome pranks?
And the guy who, thanks the Lord, he's not from Florida. Yeah, no TV.
He's from extremely South Florida.
Yeah, he's like the cool Florida though. He's like, Florida.
So welcome to the show, everybody. We are sincerely glad you joined us. We did take sort of last week off. Fred took months off, it felt like.
I did.
But we're glad to be back. I'm glad you're back, buddy. We missed you.
Thanks. Glad to be back in the studio. Back into the shit. Yeah.
You got your official rap microphone on because it's going waka 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 all the time.
Oh, is it really? God,
yeah, it's okay. We love you still. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know what? People don't listen to this for you, Fred. They listen to it for Allan.
That's right.
Every week, all of our listeners.
It's for the farts.
All of our listeners are like, "Oh man, I told you, send in your farts." Hashtag the show.
Yeah, we'll play them. We really will play them.
Absolutely. That's not a joke.
Yeah,
that is 100% not.
Send us some audio of your flatulence, and
it could be your kids, it could be your dogs.
You never know. It might get on the show.
You could be this week's fart of the week.
Yeah, fart of the week. Yo, that's the thing. What's the fart of the week?
Hashtag fart of the week.
Yep.
Just tweet the show and hashtag fart of the week.
That's probably gonna be like our best hashtag.
That is probably the one we tried last week. Hasn't quite taken off yet. The mystery beverage challenge.
Oh yeah, mystery beverage. I heard about that.
You heard it. You should have heard it because you were.
I did.
That was your homework. So
I did listen to it.
Yeah, I haven't. Luckily, I haven't experienced that yet. Again this week, I'm waiting on it. Every time I look, that doing it back to back days, pretty much, has made me like. Look every drink. Yeah, I am. I'm like, let me just check that real quick.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can trust this or not.
Yeah, good shot.
So now I'm over it. I've moved past it. Yeah. However, Fred, if you're gonna do the mystery can challenge or the mystery, the mystery drink
beverage,
whatever the fuck we called it, I don't remember. It was a long time ago. Fred, a week ago might as well have been a month ago.
What?
So,
right.
I had one of our now a new listener of our show ask me, and this is true. This is not. I'm not making this up. Asked me if it was better to listen to the shows in reverse order or in regular order.
Chronological.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, honestly, I don't think it matters. Like,
yeah, you can start in the middle and go both ways.
Yeah, I was like, I don't really think. I was like, we never have a story that leads on to the next week. We never.
Yeah.
It's all just a random pile of bullshit.
You ain't got to worry about plot holes with this. Podcast.
Right. I said there may be some stuff that it might take you a little while to get, because we did stuff on early episodes that we kind of reference later, but
let's
just do it.
And then it'd be stuff you're not going to get just because
It doesn't make
You're not
going
gonna
to
get it. Yeah, it don't make any sense. So,
because we don't get it, and we said it.
no, we don't get it.
So, well, Fred, the first sponsor of tonight's BLC podcast. This is great, Fred.
Lemon and bologna.
No, it's seasonal, Fred. It's fall is upon us. Did you say lemon and bologna?
Lemon and bologna. Have you ever had it?
No.
No.
Tell me what it is, please.
It's lemon and bologna. I don't know what it is.
Lemon and bologna?
Lebanon, like Lebanese, but it's not Lebanese.
Oh, okay. So it's Lebanese bologna.
It's Lebanon bologna.
Is that a bologna company?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's the stuff that my wife gets from.
Oh, Lebanon bologna. Lebanon
bologna.
Lebanon bologna.
It's like Lebanese.
So it's what? Lebanese bologna?
It's
But
Lebanon
it's not.
bologna is a type of
So it's not Lebanon and bologna. It's
No.
Lebanon like the country, like from
Yeah.
bologna. They have it.
And when I was first
at your
introduced
local
to
Walmart.
it, that's exactly what I thought it was. I was like, oh, they was like, I was like, what is this? It's like Lebanon bologna. I was like, oh, from like Lebanese? And they was like, where?
No,
it's from Lebanon, Pennsylvania?
Yeah, no, I don't
so
know.
it's let me tell you.
They don't know.
I'll give you a history of it because I have the internet. Lebanon
go.
bologna is a type of smoked and fermented semi-dried beef sausage. It is not, in spite of its name, a pork-based bologna. Lebanon bologna was originally developed by the Pennsylvania Dutch of Lebanon County, Pennsylvania, prior
go.
to the 1780s, and was a common item by the early 1800s, reflecting the slow-cured smoked sausage traditions of Western
good.
Europe. Still produced primarily in that area, it is found in markets throughout the United States and typically served as a cold cut or an appetizer. In addition to the
There you
original,
go.
a sweet version is available.
A Swede?
A sweet.
Oh, I thought you said like a Swedish.
The Swedish Amish, obviously the Swedish Amish. They love it. So, Lebanon bologna is not one of our sponsors for tonight. However, we give them a free plug because Fred thinks they're delicious, and that counts for me. The sponsor of tonight's show, Fred, due to the season, is the limited edition pumpkin spice Bush Dog Brew. It's an all-natural product and contains only fresh ingredients. Made with vegetables, spices, and water to provide your best buddy with a nutritious and tasty snack. Your best friend is going to love it. We're positive. Positive, get it? Sold in 4-packs. This is not beer and does not contain alcohol. This is a treat for your furry friend. Let me tell you a little bit about it, Fred. It contains the minimum amount of crude protein, the minimum amount of crude fat, the maximum amount of crude fiber, and the maximum amount of moisture.
Your dog is going to be shitting all over the fucking place.
It contains 99.74% moisture, which is the maximum amount.
Water. It's water.
Its ingredients include pure pumpkin, whole cinnamon, ginger, turmeric, and water. Questions? For general questions or quality issues, please contact us at
How much is it?
1-877-BUSH-52. That's 1-877-287-2452. And we will be happy to assist you. Yeah, dude, it's from the mountains of Bush.
Like,
Yeah, it's the limited edition pumpkin spice Bush Dog Brew.
Why? Why would you make that?
Because it's
That makes me so angry that they made that.
pumpkin spice. There's pumpkin spice everything, Fred. Oh my God, that's what your dog is going to sound like after you
They
and
could
him.
more than one 4-pack. They know they're not going to sell it.
$15 for a 4-pack
$15 for some water for your dog.
for some nasty water.
For your dog to take a shit.
Yeah, that's.
But if your dog
shit
needs
all over
moisture,
your house.
if your
Like
dog needs
spray
the
shit,
maximum
too. I'm
amount
talking- I
of
ain't even
moisture,
talking about plopping.
oh, he's plopping.
Dehydrated.
There'll be no plopping. There'll only be painting
No, it's
walls.
just spray it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, screw that.
Yeah.
You got to get it.
You and your dog just sitting there drunk as shit off Bush.
Well, that's the thing is like I just imagine imagine that you're such a Bush fan that you're like, hey puppy, you don't need one of these. It's gonna be a night.
They don't support the gays. They don't support the gays here.
You know, no dog is gonna drink that.
No dog is going to drink.
I don't think any dog would be like, oh, fucking pumpkin water.
That's got to be like something Bush enthusiast. What do you call the people?
Enthusiasts.
Yeah, they just
Fanboys.
collect everything. People that collect just Disney shit or look what Bush made this one time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's got to be.
I missed a note. Only for white people's dogs.
Yeah.
Which Bush beer, in fairness, is generally only for white people anyway. So.
What you mean? Old English ain't make one for the pit bulls?
Old English got the 40. The pumpkin spice 40.
Yeah.
For your ass. I love it.
You
So
pour it
Fred,
on the inside of an old tire for your dog.
there you go. Just pour it on the ground.
Yeah.
Dog will love it.
Lick it right off the dirt.
It's exactly true, though.
That dirt's good for him.
That's right. Tape it to your dog's hands. Just like we used to do back in the day. Your dog is going to say, "Oh, wow, this is positively great."
Walking like a cat with socks on. 240s.
Have you ever tried to do the thing where you scare a cat with a cucumber?
No, I haven't. I want to do that.
I got some cucumbers in there. I might try to videotape that and scare my cat. It has nothing to do with it. I just thought it would be funny to do that
Yeah,
for
that would
always.
be funny.
Well, Fred, we are so thankful that you went on your little sabbatical so that you can recharge your battery and come back guns a-blazing, better than ever.
Better than ever.
Also,
it was a pretty good time, man. I could tell you about it if you want to.
I would love to. I would love what I want from you. What I want from you, Fred. I don't want just. I don't want you to just tell me about it.
No, there's some good things happening.
I want a total recap.
You want a total recap?
It's Fred's total recap. I wish I had
4 weeks. It was
Fred,
4 weeks.
It feels like it was 4 weeks.
It was. It does feel. It was long.
Fred,
man.
I'm going to run through my itinerary that I made your wife send me, and you tell me a little more about it.
He made your wife.
Yeah, I was like, Fred's wife. I don't want her name on the show in case she doesn't want to. I said, Fred's wife.
It's Fred's wife.
I said,
It's
my
Fred's wife.
I said, please send me all the itinerary. And then I tried to do it in an Arnold voice. I was like, send me the itinerary. It's a total recap. I am so angry. We had to do International Podcast Day without him. Anyway,
Get your ass to Florida. Get your ass to Florida.
Like, get your ass away there. Get your ass to Mars. So anyway, yes, your wife sent me your total recap, itinerary, and she has you leaving weeks ago to go hit the links in Alabama.
Well, Alabama. Alabama went down to Birmingham. Paid me Birmingham. Yeah,
Birmingham, that's down by the coast, right? Is that down by the coast?
No, it's got more middle of the state.
Oh, yeah, Central Alabama.
Yeah, which it was
You're
pretty
like, hey,
good.
let's leave the relative safety of South Carolina to go to Central Alabama.
Central Alabama. That's like because back in the I think it was the early '60s. That's where the church bombing was.
Right.
Like, and I'm on this group. I'm on this golf trip with like 8 white guys. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, hey. You think we could go by that church?
They're like, we'd prefer that we didn't.
It was like, what church? Oh, never mind, man.
You don't
know. So.
There's one thing I do know about Birmingham, Alabama, and this is not a bad thing, I don't think.
Right.
They have a lot of museums that are dedicated to racism. I don't know if they're dedicated to like anti-racism or pro-racism.
Yeah.
But I know that they have multiple different museums.
Probably
50-50. They're like, go in the front entrance if you're in favor of racism. Go in the back entrance if you're against it. Alabama's Racism Museum. Blacks only in rear.
Yeah.
Blacks only in rear.
Oh,
because you're against racism.
That's how it used to be.
It's that will not be the show title, Fred Allen.
Yes, it will be the show title.
No.
Blacks only in rear.
No, 2-1. You got outvoted. Not happening.
No.
I would love it to be, but The NAACP will be
That's kind of hard, man.
So you went to Alabama
Yeah.
to play the golf.
We went and played 2 rounds of golf over 2 days. Got down on Thursday. Like, these guys were pretty rowdy. So, like, as soon as we got to the house, it was like cans were open and bottles were going. So, like,
Enjoying the flavor of pumpkin light.
It was insane because, like, one of the guys
Popping bottles.
One of the guys was like, "Yo," he's like, "I play guitar, so I'm gonna bring my guitar."
Jeez.
And I was
That's
like,
why I'm like, I'm just gonna stay home. I'll stay home.
Jesus, I was like, well, these aren't my friends. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
These are my they're my friends now. Before I knew them,
Right.
Like, I knew everybody else through another guy.
Right. So before you hold on a second.
Yeah.
Allan, I'm going to ask you to set a line right now. All right. This is the line. What do you think the over under is on how many times that motherfucker played Sweet Home Alabama? I'm going to put it at 6. That's my guess.
I was going to say 10. That was my original.
Okay, continue your story. And if you happen to tell us, let us know.
Yeah, no. So we've been drinking for about 4 or 5 hours, and then like it's a really nice house. There's four bedrooms, 2 beds in each bedroom. Each room has its own bathroom and toilet. Like, it's a really nice house.
Right.
It's right on the golf course. And so, like I said, we've been drinking about 3 or 4 hours. You know, we're all outside smoking cigarettes, weed, whatever we're doing. And dude pulls out that guitar. And I was like,
Here we go.
This motherfucker starts jamming, bro. Like, no Sweet Home Alabama, no Kumbaya.
No Dave Matthews?
This dude is playing, no Dave Matthews, no. This dude is playing Prince. He's playing, like, fucking, he's just jamming, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it may have been the alcohol, but
It was.
like, we were all out there singing, like, what's the, I'm on my way.
Home Sweet Home.
Like Home Sweet Home. Like, oh man, we were. It's the
Isn't
funniest.
that, Guns N' Roses?
Thing. No, it was Motley Crue.
That's Motley Crue.
Same thing.
Yeah, Motley Crue. But like, we were out there killing it, man. That dude was playing the hell out of that guitar. Like, and then he started playing some like old Robert Frost Johnson type blues shit, and he was, fucking excellent time. Like, we stayed up till about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock that morning. We had a 10 o'clock tea time. Two dudes got like totally trashed.
Sure.
And like one guy, I don't understand why he was so bad, but he just wanted to fight everybody. Like, he just wanted to fight everybody. Like, and nobody would like interject with him.
Right.
So everybody be like, okay. And then just like, and he'd be like, no, you're supposed to argue back with me.
He's like, I want to fight.
Nah.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to kick your ass. Yeah, that's cool.
I do hate black people now that you mentioned it. You're right. Fred's like, we should go to the slavery museum.
He got so fucking drunk. Like, before when he was speaking to you and you understand everything clearly. As soon as he got wasted, man,
he became the the guy from the coach from Waterboy. Like,
yeah, for real. On the way naked. Okay, you like to see almost naked.
Yeah. Like, oh, nipple clamps. All right.
Yeah.
And the other guy's like, hell yeah, I hate nipple clamps. You're like, well, we love them.
We love them.
Let's fight.
So we got up that morning and we played.
The best round of golf you ever played.
It was actually, you know what? It wasn't half bad. The next night, it was kind of like after we finished playing. No, there was one part. Yeah, this dude's.
There was one part.
Fred remembers it as it goes.
Yeah, we stopped at Cart Girl. Like, Cart Girl, we were coming up on the green like late in the afternoon, and Cart Girl's there. We're like, we got to get some, beers or whatever. Sure. And as we were doing this other group is coming up behind us, and we were like, well, we're going to be here for a second, getting everything together. Y'all go ahead and play through some
The old Alabama sneak attack.
Fucking old white guys. You know what I'm saying? And they come playing through. They're on the green. We finished with the cart girl. They coming off the green. It was like, well, fellas, where you from?
Like I say, I don't see many people your skin complexion around here, boy.
That's where I just knew it was going that way.
Oh, yeah.
I just knew it was going that way. And
Thank you for gracing our establishment.
Yeah, welcome to our humble state of Alabama.
Have you seen our racism museum?
And then I was telling the guys, like, yeah, you know how they did that shit, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, please don't mind our colored past. We have changed.
Let us buy you an alcoholic beverage for reparations.
I don't know why they picked Alabama, but
yeah, what a weird. I mean, you didn't pick.
yeah,
So.
I mean, there's the place we stayed was the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail.
Okay,
So like, I looked it up, and it's like from like the top of Alabama all the way down to the low end. They have these courses that are associated with the trail.
Sure.
And each like place, because the place we stayed at had 2 courses. Some of them have 2, 3, 4 courses on them. So like, and it's all set up like that. So like, you can have trips and guys can, or whoever, can stay. Yeah. But,
So Robert Trent Jones, not a notable racist. He was British, and he lived from 1906 to June 2000 on the dot. So he lived to almost be 96 years old. And he designed or redesigned more than 500 golf courses in 45 U.S. states and 35 countries.
yeah, he's real. He's
all right.
Yeah, he's a well known. And
He's like,
so we get
I'd love to design 100 courses in Alabama. Sounds lovely.
Alabama. Yes, Alabama.
Well, that's cool. That sounds like a fun trip.
Yeah,
And then you
it
backed
was.
that up. So you did that, and you guys made it
Right.
back safely, which is
Well,
always nice.
one more thing.
Okay.
So the last night we were there, like we got off the course and then came home, and there was like 2 houses down that were having like a big celebration or something.
Sure.
And like bouncy houses out there, kids or something. It was like, we thought it was like a birthday party, you know what I'm saying, or something, but it was like a big family event, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like probably 30 people there. And so as night goes on, we're sitting on the back porch just winding down, getting ready to go home in the morning, and we see cars like backing up on the street. You know what I'm saying? Like right in front of the house, and you can see there's flashing lights and all that good shit.
Oh, shit.
And we was like, oh shit, what the fuck happened? And I go out there and they got emergency vehicles blocking the road. And the cars could still get around, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, let me go down here.
Let me go
and
stick my
see.
nose in this.
Yeah, let me go stick my nose in
I
this.
certainly
And
won't become the suspect in this investigation.
Yeah, that's right.
I take about 5 feet. You know what I'm saying? I walk about 5 feet, and then I just hear that cry, like, something awful has happened.
Turn your ass around, man.
I turned my fucking ass right around and walked back in that house, and I was like, God damn it, I should have never fucking went out there. And come to find out what the celebration was, apparently it was some family members of Rosa Parks had got together, you know what I'm saying?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. I was like, yep, Alabama. I was like, yeah,
Why would they
And,
cry? Did you miss the bus or something?
The cops came and shot. Oh, because the cops came to break it up and shot them all, Fred. What? So unfortunately, if you don't want to tell us what happened, you don't have to. But I would like to know.
It was because we thought like with the kids being out there,
Sure.
that's where our first
Kid
minds
broke their
went.
arm or something.
Yeah, kid, something happened to a kid. Then I heard that lady cry, and I was like, oh fuck, now the kid's dead. Come to find out, it was a 67-year-old woman. She stopped breathing. She just stopped breathing.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And died. Yeah. Like right there, you know what I'm saying? And I was like I said about it, I wish I'd have never fucking went out there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Freddie, I'm gonna say it.
We're gonna say it. Right?
You fucking do it.
Okay, I won't say it.
Let's take a quick break and let Allan get out whatever he needs to say.
Put it in Allan.
Yeah, beep it out, Allan.
Actually, I don't know what I'm going to say. I just said
Oh, look.
I have no idea what I was going to say.
You fucking die.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna take a quick break then, and we'll be back with more of Total Recap with Fred. Get to the chopper. Nope.
No, wrong with me.
The Black Lincoln Collective podcast will return after a word from our sponsors.
Do you want to make money watching sports for free? What if I told you that you can receive weekly plays in the NFL from gambling experts delivered right to your phone for no charge at all? Check out Hit the Books podcast, the premier sports gambling podcast that releases episodes every Thursday to get you ready for the NFL week ahead and the rest of the sports world. Give us a follow on social medias at hitthebooks.pod. Are you ready for football season? Are you ready to hit the books?
Welcome back to the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. We let Allan get all of his weird racist shit out
Yes.
during the break, and we are not yet canceled. Congratulations to us. I said not yet. I didn't say we weren't going to be canceled. I said not yet, which is pretty good for us, honestly. So, like I said, welcome back to the show. We're still enduring this total recap with Fred. So when we last
it's almost
off, when we last left off, that's a lot to say. Fred had murdered one of Rosa Parks' family. Allegedly.
I didn't do that.
No, Fred, unfortunately, that definitely, I can totally see where that would put a little bit of a dark cloud over the trip, but at least it was the end of the trip, not the beginning.
Right. Exactly.
At least you made it home safely. And then you immediately dropped your golf clubs at the door, picked up your family, and headed straight to the wild world of Walt Disney.
Walt Disney.
That's when How was Disney this time? Was it because you guys went last year, right? And you lost your children.
I lost my son last year. So this year I decided to
leash him.
Take it out on my daughter.
Let's leash this motherfucker.
No, I love torturing my kids. You know what I'm saying? And this time I got my daughter. So we did this time we did four parks. 3 days.
Okay.
So 4 parks, 3 days. Yeah.
In your opinion, was it easier having your daughter than it was having your son with you last year? And we already know the answer is yes.
No.
Oh, really? Wow.
No.
That's surprising.
Because last year, the twins couldn't ride rides.
Right.
This year, they can ride rides. They can ride most of the stuff that we can ride. Okay. So my son's okay. He just knows his boundaries. He doesn't
He's learning.
He doesn't like any kind of drops. So he's not going to ride anything with a drop on it. Right. You know what I mean? Which hinders him a lot. You know what I'm saying?
It makes it
there's not a lot
we
to
hit
ride.
6 parks in one day.
Yeah.
Because couldn't do drops. He didn't like it when they go forward or backwards.
Yeah. We rode the kit cups. Little kitty
he
cups.
prefers not to stand in line. And so it was a real quick trip.
It was all the whack rides.
Yeah.
But the first park we went to was Animal Kingdom.
Yep.
And I had never been there. And they have the best ride that I would say they have there is the Pandora.
Okay.
The Avatar ride.
Avatar, yep.
Yeah, from Avatar. So it's like a ride. It's a 3D ride where you're simulated that you're riding on the back of one of the dragon things that they
you have
ride.
to stick something up your butthole so you can meld with it.
You know,
You're like, hop on and stick this tube up your butt, and you
You're
can
like,
meld
oh, Jesus
on.
Christ.
but it does like you
ride is
sit
so
on it like
realistic.
the thing you sit on like a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And then there's like this thing comes behind you, like the safety equipment don't come in the front over your lap. It comes behind you and pins you down like that. So I was like, I do not like this position.
And I was like, Jesus Christ. I feel so safe now.
So I put my 6-year-old daughter on this ride because it's going to be really cool.
Sure.
This is a really cool ride.
But
It was a really cool ride, but like this is the first type of ride like this, and I didn't realize that until after, you know what I'm saying, I had already done it. You know what I'm saying?
what do you mean, the first type of ride that she had ever been on like this, or the first type of ride?
Yeah, that she's ever been on. This intense. This is an intense.
Okay, yeah.
This is an intense ride.
The world.
Yeah, you're soaring through the air, and then like there's like big creatures like coming up on the screen, and bro, I mean, like it's the screen is like human. You know how it has to capture your whole peripheral.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
total immersion,
bro, and
sticking.
It just goes up, down, it flies under a big whale type thing, and like then there's other beasts that come up and like, you know, Oh, bro, like she did not like it at all. Freaked her out. Sure. So the rest of the time we're there, standing in line. Come on, baby, we're gonna ride this ride. Is it a 3D ride? Yes, baby, it's a 3D ride, but it's not bad. It's not bad.
All rides are 3D.
No, I'm not doing 3D. 6-year-old cried in line. I'm not doing 3D. I'm not. I'm saying.
So just like before, Fred's like, I'm going to leave you with this guy up front. I'll see you at the end. Well,
we had to do the parent swap. We had to do the parent swap the whole time. Like there was barely anything she would.
That's how you learn.
Dude.
I'm surprised you guys don't all like just go together. I mean, you just don't all hang out together so that you can like seamlessly swap.
We did. It was 4 adults and 6 kids.
Okay, that's not bad.
All under the age of 10.
Yeah,
all under the age of 10.
So you guys went to Animal Kingdom. Did you go? Was there any other notable?
Animal Kingdom's nice, man. Yeah, it's the tree of life is pretty cool.
What was the one we went to, Alan? Where the abominable snowman or whatever? Everest.
Everest, yes, that is
Animal Kingdom, I think.
That is at Animal Kingdom. Yes, that is at Animal
Did you go on that?
Yes, we did go on that. That was pretty cool.
It goes up.
Yeah. Right, then it comes back. Yeah, dude. She rode that, freaked her out.
Damn it.
Freaked her out. Like, we did that after, like, Avatar, and then, like, she was totally done after.
You're like, it's not 3D. We'll be fine.
Yeah, she said she was cool until the Yeti popped out. You know what I'm saying? She was like, no, I'm done. I'm fucking done. Yeah.
That's rough, man. Was Avatar like a single person ride, or was she like on it with you?
Yeah, it was, I think, because like I said, it's 4 bikes to like a bay. No, it's 8. It's 8 bikes to a bay. Okay. And kind of like the Simpsons ride is, it's levels, you know what I'm saying? And
so you
everybody's
feel like you're by
around.
yourself, yeah.
Right, yeah. But like, it was like that. And so she was sitting right next to me, you know, but she was done, dude. She was done. She was so done.
She's like, I'm so done.
Yeah. She was like day 1, 2 hours in. She's like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. But yeah, they've got like a whole, I thought it was cool, the safari. Like you go out, they got a whole thing set up like a, Animal Kingdom is just a fucking zoo. It's pretty much a zoo with a roller coaster.
Sure. You drive through them things and see all the...
Yeah, they had the rhinos out there and giraffes and other animals I can't pronounce.
Giraffilosauruses. Gonorrheasauruses.
Yeah, so Animal Kingdom and Epcot was the same day. That was like the first day was our biggest day. Yeah. We're doing 2 parks that day. And Had never been to Epcot. Those are the only two.
Oh, you've never been to Epcot?
No, I had never been to Epcot.
I think
those are
Epcot,
the only.
in my limited experience with it, is both the best and the worst park that there is.
Yeah,
it's the best because you're like, oh, it's cool. There's a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of like stuff to look at, not a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, and
right,
then it doesn't really get that crowded,
right?
Because
it's so big.
Epcot. Yeah, it's because. But they did have the new Guardians of the Galaxy ride there.
Ah,
and that was really why the only reason that I wanted to go, because I wanted to ride that ride. And so we get over there, and I was like, boom, that's the first thing we're gonna do. Fuck my daughter, so she's not gonna do it. So like, we're gonna have to switch up, whatever. And like, and it's right there. Yeah, whatever. There's the big ball. I see it. I want to get on this ride. And so we get over there, and I was like, yo, is this the line for standby? Because we don't do that fast shit.
Right.
And he was like, do you have reservation? I was like, what?
Reservation.
I was like, no, I ain't got a reservation. And he's like, yeah, you have to have a reservation. And I told my wife, because she's in charge of all the itinerary. You know what I mean?
I know. That's where I got
one. She goes, I was like, yo, he said you got to have reservations. She's like, okay, I'll look them up. Ain't no reservations for the rest of the day.
No, not till next week.
Yeah, not until the next day. Yeah. You have to get in the park. And
a bunch of crap.
Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit, dude. I was so bad.
That is Disney.
Yeah,
awful, man.
Yeah, man. I was like, this is seriously the only reason I wanted to come over here.
That's crazy that you can't like just stand in line for it, though. I mean, I understand that the reservation is supposed to make it easier on everybody,
right?
But like, that's shitty because like, how do you? If you don't know that, you don't know that,
right? Yeah, I didn't
make a reservation till 7:00 at night. After 7:00 at night, then you're like, next day.
Right.
Before 7, because the park don't close till 11.
Yeah, but it may be that they're just full up because everybody had to do that shit. Everybody else knows except for Fred.
Yeah,
they got to do it. No. Was there any other? Were there any other rides that has reservations like that, or was it just
that? And there's one more, and I think it's in Magic Kingdom.
But
I can't remember what it was.
It's a small one.
No, it has to be
that one that's a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, no, I can't remember what it is, but you have to have, and that was like the only two inside Disney that you had to have reservations for.
There you go.
So
now you know.
Yeah,
now you know, Fred.
So we did the rest of that, and we went through, and like I said, at Epcot, there's not much to ride. Like we did the inside the ball. I never knew there was a ride inside the ball. I never knew what the fuck
that's
was
Space
in
Mountain.
Yeah, no, it's the World.
No, it's World of Tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay,
so it's like a time travel.
Yeah.
It's a slow ride, But I never knew anything was in that thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought like when they built it, I remember like it was a big deal that Michael Jackson had something at Epcot. Like I thought that's what it was. I thought it was in the ball, the Michael Jackson thing. But evidently that World of Tomorrow has been there since it opened.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Jackson's ride was in the daycare center.
The Kingland.
Allan nailing it tonight. You can tell he's been off for a week. Well, I'm glad you had a great time, but we're really glad to have you back, Fred.
Yes. Thanks, man. Got to saw Boys the Men, too.
Oh.
Yeah, Boys the Men.
Headline on that one.
Boys the Men was
at the end to tell us that.
That was at the end.
Did they play at Disney or?
Yeah, they had a free show. They did 2 free shows at Epcot. Yeah, they did. Yes, of course they did that. They only did I think they did 6 songs.
Okay.
And then after that, it was like, okay,
they're like, we're boys.
We'll see you in 20 minutes because
we're only going to play our new stuff.
Yeah.
Like, here comes 6 songs of our new album, and everybody's like, oh, well, gotta go.
There was only 3 of them.
Oh. They're like, we're boys 3 men.
Boys 3 men. Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty cool, man.
I'm glad you had a good time, man. That's the main thing. And now you're back, so welcome back to sucky ass regular life.
There you go.
where you have to make a reservation for everything.
Everything.
All the time. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll reset this shit, and we'll come back. BLC News. Boys to men.
Oh.
Welcome back to the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast. We are so glad that you're still with us. We don't know why, and we don't know how, but you're here. In this segment, not a brand new segment, but a segment that's new to you if you haven't heard it before, it's sponsored by Keflavik Airport. That's right. It's to our 2 listeners that live in Iceland. That's right, Fred. We have 2 listeners in Iceland.
Oh,
and they
Iceland.
live near the grand city of Keflavik. Which
hey, Guten Tag. No, that's right.
Nope. Okay, well, we have 0 listeners in Iceland. So that brings us to the BBC News. Wait, why did we call it the BBC News again? I don't remember. I thought we had music. We don't have music. It's fine. Fred. There we go. BBC News.
Big
Maybe we shouldn't call it BBC.
black
That's what he said. BBC News. I was like, okay.
That's what
corporation.
it said. Big Black Corporation News.
What other could the C stand for?
Yeah.
I don't know. Great question. We'll leave that to our listeners.
Clock.
So, Fred.
You see, I was looking for colon holes.
That's right. Big black clocks, you see.
I was looking for corn.
Well, speaking of our friends here in the great state of South Carolina, Fred, this week in Charleston, South Carolina, guerrilla artists project laser light display onto Charleston's toilet paper roll cell tower. So, Fred, there's a cell phone tower in the great city of Charleston that I'm going to put on the screen right now. Charleston, and these nice folks right above the interstate. These nice folks put Beavis, or is that? Yeah, that's Beavis on there. It said, "I need TP for my bunghole." And you can see that. So, a trio, and that's not all, Fred. A trio of dancing poop emojis and the likeness of the great Cornholio, Beavis' alter ego on Mike Judge's TV classic, Beavis and Butthead, were among projected images to grace downtown Charleston's new cell phone tower on an early September evening. Behind the display, cast onto the giant white tower that has been compared to an oversized tampon, a Q-tip, or a stack of toilet paper rolls, were a few Charleston guys with a great idea. A drone, a generator, and a $10,000 Sony projector the size of a leatherback sea turtle. They all wanted to make clear their dislike of the cell transmission tower owned by SBA Communications Corp. And that's exactly what they did.
Show me that tower again. Let me see what it looks like.
I would love to. It looks exactly like they said it looks. It kind of looks like all those things.
It was awesome.
Okay, Allan's got it. There it is. See, look at that. It kind of does look like a toilet paper roll. I will give him that.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
I need TP for my bunghole.
So there you go. That's
pretty good.
That's
Gorilla
pretty good,
artist.
right?
When you said gorilla artist, I thought it was like a real gorilla.
the guy. One of the guys who did
Amy.
like an actual gorilla. So it's the guy who did it. Everyone said every once in a while, a Charleston architect or designer needs to be called out on ugly additions to the city skyline.
There you go.
Saith Abramson, the digital artist who owns the projector.
Because what else you got to worry about?
Right. The city's architecture is part of the reason he stayed after graduating from the College of Charleston. And he said, and I quote, "I hate to toot my own horn, but I am absolutely clogged with ideas about how to wipe away the stains of bad architecture off of Charleston's porcelain skies."
So he don't need no toilet paper if he clogged.
No, he just needs a projector.
That's right.
So he can
He
project his shit. Yeah.
Right, on their shit.
On their
So
shit.
he did it. It's over. No one died. I guess he didn't get arrested. That's pretty good, I guess. I guess
Yeah,
you
they
get
didn't
arrested
find him.
for that, right?
They ain't get a fine for that.
They had a fucking news article about him. I mean, they could find him.
For what?
No, a fine.
Oh, fine him.
Yeah, they can't find him. That's freedom of expression. It's freedom of speech.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
He didn't write it on there. He didn't damage it.
And it wasn't lewd, I
That's
guess.
true.
It wasn't lewd.
Well, it
It wasn't like it put 3 titties up there.
I wish I
That
had
would
3
be
hands.
awesome.
That's what he'd say. I wish I had 3 hands.
That's what it would say. Yeah.
All right, so moving on. Dateline, Fred. Vero Beach, Florida, which is probably very close to where you were.
Probably.
According to police, a man beat his ex-girlfriend in bed after a text taunting his, quote-unquote, tiny manhood.
Oh.
Police have arrested Rashad McGriff, not related to Fred McGriff, after he allegedly attacked his ex-girlfriend in her home after she sent a message taunting him over his little penis. Okay, before we get to this, before I move forward, okay, well, let me read the article, and then I'm going to ask you to give me a little bit of information about Rashad McGriff as you see it. Okay, so according to the Indian River County Sheriff's Office, police were called to an address around 12:20 a.m. and met the 42-year-old woman who told officers she had been laying in bed when the dude broke into her house, entered her bedroom, and began striking her with a closed fist to the face. McGriff then allegedly began choking her, but she did not lose consciousness, she said. He then took her cell phone for 10 minutes before throwing it on the couch and leaving the residence. The victim told police that McGriff had been, quote-unquote, sleeping with prostitutes and said she did not want him around the former couple's 3 children. Just prior to arrival, she had texted him a photograph of someone else's penis and advised that Rashad had a little penis.
Oh.
According to the Smoking Gun, Rashad was arrested later that night, a convicted felon for a prior gun charge. McGriff was charged with battery and burglary and a parole violation. He's due in court anytime now. So,
And he got a little dick.
and worst of all, he's on the news for having a small penis.
For having a little dick.
Now, Fred, just knowing the story, what would you guess about Rashad's ethnicity?
Rashad is a black guy, probably around the age of 25 to 30.
He's 30, yeah. I'll show you a picture.
He got dreadlocks.
No,
He got
you're wrong
dreadlocks.
about that. But here,
Well,
Allan, pull him up. Let's see old Rashad's little dick. There's an old.
Oh, they showed the dick?
No, I don't know. I'm sure they did somewhere. It is Florida. But yeah, so there he is. Poor guy, small penis, and now in jail. So that's and the song stopped at that too.
Little dick Rashad.
Oh, LD Rashad.
Little dick.
Rashad LD. Just call me Rashad LD. I learned something. This has nothing to do with our little dick. This has nothing to do with our show, but I learned something. My son goes to school, and they have, obviously every school has. There you go. Back to it. Has special ed classes, right? But they now call them, instead of I think we just call them special ed or something, or resource classes or something like that. Now they call them SPED classes. SPED, which is short for special education. So he'll be like, Dad, stop asking. Yeah, stop acting SPED. And I'm like, what does that mean? And I'm like, oh, you're calling me that? Yeah, and I'm like, dude, you are the one who is that, not me. I'm very smart. Super smart. So, Fred, did you know anything about our old buddy, friend of the show, we'll say, Stephen King?
Yeah,
Sure, you've heard of him, writer,
read a couple
guy.
books.
Read a couple books, made a couple movies, blah, blah, blah. Well, Fred, did you know that Stephen King's wife threatened to divorce him because he would not? Okay. I'd like you to make a guess. Stephen King's wife, and Allan, you're welcome to guess, threatened to divorce him because he wouldn't stop playing a particular song. Would you like to guess what that particular song may or may not be?
The Waffle House song.
No, better than that. Less likely that it would happen. Allan, you got any guesses?
Bump and Grind song by R. Kelly.
Also, probably not as good as that, I'm going to say. So Stephen King has said that his wife Tabitha literally threatened to divorce him because he would continually play Lou Bega's Mambo No. 5. In an interview with Rolling Stone, the novelist revealed he's such a huge fan of the 1999 Summer track which was a cover of an instrumental song by composer Perez Prado. And he was asked if he was a big fan of Lou Bega's version, and he said, "Oh yeah, big time. My wife threatened to divorce me. I played it a lot. I had the dance mix. I love those extended play things, and I played both sides of it."
No,
Both sides.
Stephen King bumping around.
Yeah, I know, dude. Like,
He just little Monica and my wife.
he said he played that until his wife literally said to him, "If you play this one more time, I'm going to fucking leave you."
And he wrote Carrie.
No, Misery. He wrote Misery. That's what it
So there you go. Now you know. That's apparently his favorite shit.
That's
His Mambo number 5. That's weird, right?
Lou Bega. If I ever see him out,
Right?
I would do that.
Hey.
I would do that.
A little bit of whatever in your life. I remember I used to work at the bar. One of the owners of the bar had his daughter. He had a daughter, and her name was in that song,
Oh yeah.
which is like, there's like 100 names.
Yeah. Right.
Like, it's every girl's name that there is.
Yeah.
And so he would get like wasted and be like, "You play the Mambo number 5." I'm like, dude, again, no one likes the song, dude. He's like, "Play the goddamn song."
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that song came out and like Monica Lewinsky, the whole Clinton thing was like
Yeah, 'cause
big
Monica's
at that
one of
time,
them, yeah.
Monica is one of them.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Monica.
Okay, and now one more story, Fred.
One more. Yeah, one more.
Yeah, and this is one more, and
What you
this one is going to be kind of like your story about the golf, where it was like, "Oh, happy, funny, hooray!"
Yeah.
Terrifically depressing. So,
Tragedy.
Yep. So 6 people. This is out of our dear friends and somewhere in Georgia, I think near Atlanta, Gwinnett County. So in Atlanta, 6 people, including a 15-year-old, who said they were members of a religious.
The religious group got him.
Yeah.
Religious group got him. Oh, I told you not to talk about the religious group. They snatched him up.
Yep. Well, this is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm Matt Parker. Yeah, look at me. I'm telling you about the news. I'm so cool. Yeah.
So
wait,
6 people, including a 15-year-old, who said they were members of a religious group called the Soldiers of Christ, were arrested after police said they found the remains of a woman who'd been beaten and starved. Eric Hyun, Gawon Lee, Juno Lee, Jun Hyun Lee, Hyun Lee, and Chun Lee. I just made the last one up. And the teenager are suspected of false imprisonment, tampering with evidence, concealing the death of another, and murder after the woman was discovered in the trunk of a car parked outside of a spa on a Tuesday night. So
All right, now can you tell us the story again? Because you froze like 3/4 of the story.
I didn't freeze. I only said the first line, and then I just told you the rest of it.
No, you didn't.
I unfroze. All right, I'll tell you. 6 people, including a 15-year-old who said they were members of a religious group called the Soldiers of Christ, were arrested.
Okay, you did then.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I didn't. I stopped.
Yeah. He did.
I'm smart. So speaking at
Soldiers of Christ.
Soldiers of Christ, put you in a trunk.
Yeah.
So Jesus loves trunks. So speaking at a press conference, Corporal Juan Madeo said detectives believe the woman was in her 20s or 30s and had come from the U.S. from South Korea over the summer to join the group. They had not released her name because they could not spell it. That's terrible. I just made that part up. Madiedo said she weighed only 70 pounds, adding that the medical examiners believe that malnourishment may have contributed to her death. You think?
Maybe.
Nice.
So detectives believe that Hyun parked the car that held the woman's body in the lot earlier that day, then called a family member to pick him up to take him to an Atlanta area hospital to treat injuries unrelated to the death. Okay, yeah. So when they returned to the car to pick up a personal item, they looked in the trunk and called 911. So apparently this lady this is apparently like a real thing that this happens all the time. And it's
Where did this happen at?
This happened in Atlanta. Authorities searched a home in Lawrenceville, Georgia, belonging to the Lees, where they said that Hyun had visited and previously lived. We do believe that the basement of the location was where these individuals did the beatings and kept their victim there until she passed away. It's true. It's crazy, man.
That's insane, man.
It's insane, isn't it? Depressing. Way to go.
Thanks, man.
Oh, wait. There's an update.
Oh, all right. Well, update.
No, it was a 33-year-old person, and apparently she had died a long time ago. So, not great. Not great for her. Oh, this guy looks like, he doesn't look like a murderer.
So,
she was in a cult, basically.
yeah.
Part of the cult was like, go over here and help our friends in Atlanta do their whatever they do.
All right.
She was a student at Georgia Tech, and apparently
And she died.
She wanted to leave, and they would not let her leave. They said, "There's no quitting the soldiers of Christ."
Oh, man.
Interestingly enough, Fred, and this is I did
That's
not
not
know
very
this before
Christ-like.
this. Would you like to guess her code name in the Soldiers of Christ? Number 5.
Number 5? Oh, no.
Chun-Li number 5.
No, Chun-Li number 5.
No, I don't know. That's pretty depressing, though, Fred.
She should have been faster with her feet.
Oh, there you go. You should have done those bicycle kicks and hopped on the bus.
Hey, we go back to
Terrible.
We had to go back to the bus.
Terrible.
Fred, that's our BLC News. That's the news as I see it. Good night, San Diego. Oh, I did watch that movie the other day, though. That's such a good movie.
Anchorman.
Yeah, dude. Why aren't there movies like that anymore?
No.
Like, there's no good comedies. I want to watch that
can't.
Jennifer Lawrence movie where she's like,
Oh, yeah, but
yeah.
I
But
don't really see Jennifer Lawrence as a comedic.
No,
I don't know. Maybe is he?
She won the Hunger Games.
Yeah, that was funny.
Got him kind of serious. In the Hunger Games.
Tribute. Whatever she said. I volunteer as tribute to comedy. Yeah, I don't know, man.
My name Katniss.
There's so many movies that couldn't be made nowadays, and I think almost all comedies are in that realm. Maybe they can go to Netflix or whatever, but I don't think they're going to be like major motion pictures.
I don't. Yeah, you can't make them like that anymore. You know what I mean? But there's some pretty good. I can't even think of the last good comedy I saw.
No, I can't either. But Fred, having not great comedy reminds me of tonight's second sponsor of the BLC podcast. Fred,
what's that?
Tonight's other sponsor of the BLC podcast, ironically enough, is Pumpkin Spices. Not pumpkin spice the flavor, pumpkin spices the spices. That's right. Our old friends cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, and ginger. Want to remind you that firstly, they do exist. And that all your precious lattes, candles, meatballs, and various other bullshit would be impossible without them. So fuck you.
Somebody
That's the whole ad. That's the whole ad.
Spices.
Damn.
Fuck with ginger spice.
Somebody. Ginger. I don't like ginger.
You don't like ginger?
Mm-mm.
Not an Asian food at all?
You don't like ginger spice?
No, not when it's like, because I think we went to what's the name of the Asian
What
restaurant?
about posh spice?
The chain? Yeah, I like some posh.
General.
I like all the
you went
spice.
to- you
Those
went
spices.
to,
Scary spice.
that one. General.
Yeah, with the big horses out in front of
General Gauss.
This is
Sushi and shit.
General's house.
P.F. Chang's.
Yeah, that's
Chang.
that.
Yeah, the good
that one. Yeah. Oh man, they had
you get?
like I don't know. I don't even know what it was. But I know it had
Just
a
a
big ass
bucket
piece
full
of
of
ginger. in
ginger.
it. Yeah, it had a big ass piece of ginger in it. That shit. I was like,
You're like, I love P.F. Chang's famous bucket full of ginger.
we had to go. So
Did you
while
do that
we were
in
in
Florida?
Florida,
Was that
no,
Florida that you
But while I was in Florida, we had my wife's cousin invited us out to dinner. You know, we went to a Brazilian steakhouse.
Oh, yeah, now you're talking.
Yeah, I had never been to that, man. They just kept this meat.
Yeah,
but before that, like, my wife thought that we had to be there at 5.
Yeah.
We had to be there at 6. Yeah. So we get to the restaurant and we're like, we got an hour to kill. What we're going to do? And she's like, let's go over to this other restaurant and we'll get some drinks.
No, we shouldn't have.
Yeah. I mean, it was fine. Like, we were just going to have a couple drinks.
Okay.
And so we get over there and they had some shit I hadn't seen before, but it was a frozen Crown and Coke.
Okay.
Like, I was like, that's
icy?
pretty good. Yeah, it's like icy, you know what I'm saying? So I had a couple of those and I did start to get hungry. So like,
So
I was like,
you
we'll
had a
just
little
get,
appetizer.
we had a little appetizer. We got the the nachos. You know what I'm saying? Just like some cheese dip.
The
you know what
three
I'm saying?
mountain and the high nachos.
It was good. It was great. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too much to like ruin my appetite.
Sure.
But what fucked me up was like it was served on his plate and it had a really big jalapeno on it. Like it was, the jalapeno looked so nice. It was like covered, and like it was oiled up and grilled. I mean, it was beautiful, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna take a
Cokes
bite."
want me to chomp on that?
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah, eat that wiener.
Bit that thing, and my wife was like, "What are you doing? That's a jalapeno." I was like, "I got this," and I was like, I chewed it twice, and that shit just set my mouth on fire.
That's funny.
It set my mouth off. I had to get it out, and like there was nothing that could cool it out. I had got a beer like while we had it out,
sure,
and I tried to drink the beer, and my hands were shaking or something, and like it spilled it all down my.
No.
She was just looking at me like, "What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, so now we know your limits, Fred, because we were going to do that. We were going to do the hot pepper
it
challenge.
So delicious. I mean,
it was delicious.
It was
Not
so
for you.
delicious. No, that shit was hot.
Yeah.
That shit was in fuego, man. That shit. That shit had my mouth on fire, bro.
Dude, jalapenos are questionable because you don't know the level.
Yeah,
sometimes
like,
they're not
I love-
spicy.
I love getting nachos. I have a jar of jalapenos, and I love putting them on chips and shit on, nachos and stuff, man. I was like, I can handle this. It's a jalapeno.
No, not happening.
This one was fresh.
Right out the
It hadn't been pickled. It hadn't been pickled. Or
Oh, yeah, that makes a difference. That does make a
Yeah, man. Like, oh my God, I was
love
on
'em.
fire, dude.
I love them.
Yeah.
What did I have today? Oh, yeah. No,
I just bit that shit.
Today.
Like a hot dog. You're like, I can take this.
Well, see, and also usually they take out the seeds when you pick them. The seeds and the white stuff on the inside is where the spice really comes from.
No,
the ribs.
like I think it was like I bit it and then like turned it upside down on top of my tongue. So like the bite was sitting on top of my tongue, and then I went to chew it again. Like I felt that circle of heat from the ring. It was like base right there on my tongue, and I could not get it out, man. Oh my God, it was so hot.
Well, Fred, I'll tell you one thing that would have certainly soothed the pain.
Yes.
Would have been a Bush pumpkin spice dog brew. It's
some
not
water.
beer.
Some water.
It has 100% max moisture to soothe what ails you. Enjoy 0.5% crude protein or 2.25% crude fat. And of course, 1.5% crude fiber.
Crude. What is
crude?
It's
crude. Crude just means
like,
some bullshit. Like it's not refined.
Yeah,
it's for dogs.
The leftover.
Yeah, it's for dogs. It's some bullshit.
Yeah, it's a runoff.
So next time, Fred, you're drinking a jalapeno or you're eating a jalapeno, wash it down with a limited edition pumpkin spice Bush dog brew.
Dog brew.
It's the bushiest.
I tell you that Brazilian steakhouse was good though.
Oh yeah, what was the name of it? Was it El Matador? No, it was Texas de Brazil.
No, sorry, F.
Fuck you, meats.
Futos, something like that. But it's good, man. Like it's
fuck
just
your
fucking,
diet.
They give
20
you
pounds
fucking,
of meat.
They just give you so much meat, man.
Did they do the thing where they like give you like a little thing and you had to turn?
Yeah, you turn it over. Yeah.
Oh, devastation.
Like they was coming out with swords of meat, man. Like, and they give you like little pinchers.
Yeah.
So they'll start cutting the meat, and then you take them, and he cuts the rest of it off, and you put it on your plate.
You're like, oh yeah,
like in this big buffet style.
I said the salad bar thing, yeah.
Yeah, like had this bacon. I don't know what this bacon was. It was sweet and it had all these like crumbles on it. It was just oh my God, that bacon,
super bacon.
God. Once again, talking about food.
That's what we call it. Well, it's the end of the night. What do you expect?
Yeah.
When in doubt, we go to food.
There you go.
Just
it
like me.
was so delicious.
I'm like, I don't have anything to do. Time to eat 4 sandwiches. Like this will kill 4 minutes, and then I don't know what to do. Then I'll regret it the rest of the night.
Yeah, for real.
So I have plenty of regret. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We hope you're still listening. If you're not, we understand. But we'll be back next week.
We understand.
We understand. With a brand new pumpkin spice edition of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast.
Yeah, pumpkins.
Oh, dude, it's pumpkin spice season.
That is.
I can't wait. I don't like
Next
it.
season is Ugg boots.
But my favorite part of pumpkin spice season is when it's over.
Yeah.
Because I don't like pumpkin spice things. I did try to eat
There you
something
go.
that was pumpkin spice today.
When is it over? Christmas?
I don't know. It's
You got to go through November, through December, through November.
it ends after Thanksgiving, right? And
Yeah,
it's like
Thanksgiving.
mints and peppermints,
Yeah, it's peppermint. Yeah,
Yeah.
peppermint season.
which also sucks. God dang it. Why can't they have something good?
Rough part of the year, man.
I'm telling you. Hardest part of the year.
There you go.
Pumpkin spice is the reason so many people kill themselves.
Literally causes suicide.
That's
in
right.
the fall.
It's pumpkin spice suicide. All right. Well, on that note, we're going to get out of here and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'll see you
Same
later.
black time, same black channel. Black Lincoln Collective Podcast, Fred. I wanted. You remember Batman at the end? With
Yeah,
same bad
yeah.
time, same bad.
Same bad
Couldn't
time,
say. I had to say the first one. It's not
Yeah.
racist, Fred. It's not the Alabama Society of.
Same Lincoln time, same Lincoln channel.
Yeah, not as good. See,
It doesn't
not
sound
as
as good.
doesn't work as good.
Yeah, it's
All right,
got to be
well-
unsettable.
BLC later, guys.
Peace.